Hey guys, Ashley here. So, in today's video, I don't quite know what I want to talk about yet. I feel like it's going to be about finding your voice, or maybe finding who you are authentically. Not sure. Let's see what happens here. But if you like my videos, you like my rambling, you like that half the time I don't actually know what the video is going to be about, click like, click subscribe, and share it to some friends. I think today's going to be a juicy one. So let's get started. Today is November 5th, 2024. In America, it's election day. So I feel like there's been a lot of heated emotions with everyone. And I feel like I'm tired. I'm tired of I don't know how to explain it, but I'm tired of being quiet so that people don't fear me. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't even know if that's quite what I want to say. It's like this sense of, I have so many friends on either side, and I'm kind of a middle of the road person. Neither candidate really excites me, and neither candidate really upsets me either. But it's like I have some very vocal friends and family, and maybe, dare I say, radical. But it's like this sense of people don't know who to trust if you're not on their side. So meaning they have a belief on who should get in. And if you're not on that side, they don't know if they can trust you. And I've always been somebody who's been relatively quiet on things because I know usually what people's stance is. And I don't want to upset them one way or another. But it always makes me curious as to why people are so rigid, why people are so inflexible, why they believe a certain thing and can't look at the other aspect, the other person's viewpoint. Because it's not just about, I'm using the elections, for example, but this goes with just about anything. That, for example, the elections, it's like they can't trust an individual that maybe votes not the same way that they do. But every individual is an individual. They were all raised differently. They all have different life experiences. And so I call it their trauma. Everybody has their own trauma, which form them the way that they are and informs who maybe they are leaning toward at this point. Or just, like I said, it's not just the elections. It's anything. I drive a white car because whatever, I know that's a very menial example compared to, the elections, but again, it's all individual based. And, I feel like I'm tired. I feel like I'm tired of being quiet. I don't really honestly have too much of an opinion, but maybe I've never really formed one because I don't want to upset people. And I'm tired. I'm tired of people essentially threatening, not me like physically, but just as a blanket statement of like, I'll never be able to talk to, somebody. A lot of my friends have been saying, if I ever found out that some of my friends voted against what they would vote for, I'd never be able to talk to them again. I'd have to stop talking to them. I couldn't be friends with them. I couldn't look them in. And it's like this sense to me, like, where is your sense of trust? Like me, for example, if I were to vote against them and tell them, that's the other thing, is I feel like I could obviously vote against what they're saying and just never tell them and keep the status quo. But now I'm just, I don't know, invigorated in some way and kind of angry that, here it is. A lot of people's traumas growing up is like, doing what other people want you to do because, it'll make them love you more. And here I am now, well into my 30s, and still doing the same thing so that I can keep the love of my friends and keep the love of my family. I don't know what I believe. I don't know who is the right candidate. I don't know if it really matters at the end of the day. I know I'm probably gonna get some comments, or, if anybody that I know physically out here in the world watches this, they'd be like, well, of course there's a right candidate. But really, it's your own held belief of who you believe should get in. And that's totally understandable and totally okay. But realize that other people may have differing beliefs, and they may not know why. They just feel a certain way. It's called using your intuition. Your intuition may not be right or wrong. I don't believe there is a right or wrong. It's just what leads you down this next path, or leads all of us down this next path, and that it's supposed to happen a certain way. And I keep kind of like inferring the elections, but everybody's an individual. I'm gonna go have lunch at some point, and I'm gonna pick a turkey sandwich over a ham sandwich. And does that mean that my friends should stop talking to me because I picked turkey? Terrible example. But really, to me, it's kind of similar. It's like, you have an opinion. You have an opinion, and not everybody needs to have that opinion, but you don't need to threaten, that I would stop talking to this person just because they pick a turkey sandwich. I don't really know if I got anything across here other than I'm tired. I'm tired of being quiet. I'm tired of, placating other people's emotions and their traumas and their held beliefs that the world's going to fall apart one way or the other. And I'm tired of not standing up, not picking a side because I don't want to upset people, or secretly having a side, but I don't want people to judge me. I don't want people to leave me, because maybe that fear, should be retired, because maybe I shouldn't be with these people, or shouldn't try to keep them around. If at the end of the day, they don't know my heart, they don't know that I am an amazing person. And I use me as an example, but I'm sure there's so many people that are quiet, and have a certain belief, but they can't state it because they don't want to be judged, or they don't want to be seen as, I don't know what, I feel like there's so many things going on in this world that keep us so divided, picking a side one way or another, whether you're a Republican or a Democrat, or whether you are gay or straight, or whether you are transgender or not, or whether you are supporting of all of these groups or not, whether you are non-binary or non-binary. It's like all of these divisatory groups that keep us separated, that keep us, when really at the end of the day, we are all unified. We all just have differing traumas and differing life stories that have brought us to the ideals that we currently have. But that doesn't make anybody wrong. It doesn't make anybody an asshole. If you want to stop talking to an individual because of their voting beliefs, then I feel like that's something that you should look at within yourself, of why do you feel this passionate? Why do you feel maybe this scared that for so long, I use me. I feel like I'm a mole, and I don't mean like a mole, but I mean like, that I'm really good, a chameleon. I call myself a social chameleon. And it's like this sense of I can fit into every crowd because I never really get heated about anything. And I never really get opinionated about anything. And I don't just mean politics, but it just makes me curious as to how some people maybe can be this, in some of the most accepting groups, all accepting, like that they are looking out for every minority group and every, I can't even say majority group, but yeah, it's like in the most accepting groups, it's like they are actually the most limiting, because you have to fit into this category or else, we don't know if we can trust you. And really that lack of trust is just that they don't know how to trust themselves in some ways, that there is a lot of fear out there right now, and it's almost not okay to be scared. So instead you can be angry. And when you're angry, when you're scared, it's like surrounding yourselves with the people that maybe say the same things as you so that you're safe, but you don't know what to make of all of these other people. Instead of just getting curious as to maybe why they think differently, and opening up your heart and opening up your being to, I'm not saying trust everybody, okay? Yeah, but I'm saying like that there are a lot of good people that don't think like you, and you can trust them. little bit of a rant. I don't actually know if I got anywhere with this video. I feel like there's so many things that maybe, you know, if I was somebody who would write down what I'm thinking about, break this down into little bite-sized chunks of, you know, finding my voice, you know, bringing this back to me. It's like finding my voice and being okay to say something like, hey, I'm going to vote for so-and-so, and let the backlash happen. Let the people fall off that maybe want to fall off because I'm maybe keeping them around falsely. You know, I'm afraid of being alone. I'm afraid of people disliking me. And instead, like, making a stand. And I don't just mean politically, but making a stand for turkey sandwiches. Did I say I was eating a turkey or a ham one? Doesn't matter. Making a stand. I'm this person who has always been so, what do you want to do? Whatever you want to do. And, you know, like, maybe pick something. Pick someone. Pick something to stand behind. And it's going to upset somebody. And that's okay. But like, and that today I could go vote for somebody and tomorrow I'll already regret it. And that's okay too. But stand for something, stand for someone, stand for yourself. Start to figure out who you are. And just like anything else, you know, I'm not going to know if I like violin until I pick up a violin. I'm not going to know if I'm an artist until I start painting and creating. But when I'm too scared to do things like this, to pick a side, to try, I keep saying to. When I'm too scared because I don't know maybe what it's going to look like or who it's going to upset or who's going to even like me or what does this mean if I start siding one way or another or start doing something to better myself, you're not going to know who you are by being super safe all the time and never really taking a stand for anything. Again, this all feels very political, and I'm trying to be as vague as possible politically. And I don't know why. But really, at the end of the day, it's just this heated passion within me that some people can be so, I can't even say callous, but once again, I think my issue with it all is that I feel like I have to behave a certain way or just behave so that other people feel comfortable, so that other people don't feel scared, so that other people feel like they can trust me. Even though I feel deep down inside you can trust me, there's just some shit that you need to move through in order to realize that at the end of the day, we're all just people figuring this shit out. So, yeah, I feel like that's my little rant for today. Happy election day. I'm probably, honestly, because I'm working through some of this and working through these emotions and working through finding my voice and what it feels like to know more about myself. I'm probably gonna make more videos. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know what this all means yet, but before, I wasn't gonna go vote. I still kind of don't want to, but only because it's about an hour away from me right now, and there's gonna be a line. But part of me also feels like I need to go take a stand, whether it's the right stand or not, and go cast a vote, not really for the government, not really for who's gonna be the next president of the United States, but really a vote for me and a vote for my own freedom and a vote for my own, you know, that I'm tired of not taking a stand and I'm tired of being afraid of what other people are going to think. And I'm tired of kind of being held captive in some ways that if I don't behave, then I'm going to lose some people. Well, I'm tired. I'm tired of this fear. I'm tired of if I don't put a flag out, then people are going to, you know, be angry with me. I'm tired of having to behave a certain way or be a certain way. I feel like I'm just talking in circles now, but I'm tired, ladies and gentlemen. So I feel like I'm gonna make more videos, maybe on this topic or maybe something similar, because I think overall I'm trying to find my voice. I am finding my voice. I feel like my voice has always been there. I've just always silenced it for fear, and I'm tired of being afraid. So, kind of more of a somber video. I feel like I haven't made like a fun video in a while. Maybe those are coming up, or maybe this is me and I'm just going to be ranting about things for a little bit. I always say it's like this sense of everything is a pendulum, even, you know, going back to politics here, but everything's on a pendulum. And I feel like for so long I've played it safe. And so I've been on this side, and maybe now my pendulum's going to swing to whatever this is that's maybe more verbose and maybe more, I can't say angry, but tired and not wanting to play it safe and not wanting to, I don't know. But maybe my pendulum has to swing this far until I start to find who I am somewhere in this middle. And yeah. Either way, once again, not going to know who I am if I don't do anything, if I don't try things, if I don't try things on for size and realize, no, I don't quite believe that, or I don't quite see myself as that. But you have to try some things on, and maybe they're uncomfortable for a little bit. So, and maybe they're uncomfortable for other people for a little bit too, but here we are. All right, check yous later.